Hi there, lovely people. This is the real math of Kemet, goddess of justice, truth, balance, and harmony. Hope your day is good so far. And today I want to congratulate everybody who participated in ICPD25 Nairobi Summit. This summit was all about um, the reproductive health system of a woman and that of a man, but particularly what was discussed here is the reproductive system of a woman, because the woman is the one who is able to bring life into this world, and this reproductive system has been violated in so many ways. In so many ways, toxic things are being used in this reproductive system, and which is very bad and should be stopped. All these chemicals we are taking in for the sake of family planning, for the sake of not wanting another child, is doing a lot of havoc and a lot of damages to the woman. And let me say the royals, the Sweden royals were there. They are the one who came with this under the United Nations. And the Yoweri Kaguta Museveni of Tanzania was there. The Somali president was also there. The Yoweri Museveni is not from Tanzania, but he's from Uganda, sorry. Dr. Natalia Kenem was the woman who spoke, and she spoke words of volume. That is what we want from melanated women. We have to come out and express ourselves that we don't need these things. We don't need anybody controlling our body. We don't need to take these things in order to please our men, but we should take these. We should not be taking these things at all, because they are doing a lot of damages in our health and our reproductive system, and also our children. Because if we keep on doing this to our reproductive system, even the children we will be bringing forward will have impaired reproductive system. That is by sterilization, which is caused by contraceptives, wrong use of contraceptives, and not only the wrong use, by even the contraceptives in terms of swallowing, in terms of injection, are doing to our own bodies. They are just destroying us, and we should preserve the sexual energy. Don't waste our energies in sexual energy, which can help us create so many things in our land, Africa. But nowadays, sexual energy is concentrated by one single, that is the one pressure. So like I said, kudos to everybody who participated in ICPD25 Nairobi Summit. For each one and every one of you spoke his or her own heart, different intentions, different ideas were brought in this. And I would like to ask the president, the African president, whenever you are coming to such summits which are representing the reproductive system of a woman. You should be coming with your wife in order to bring the balance. And where you are seated there to talk in the side of the masculine side, because even you are the one, we cannot speak for your bodies because we don't own your own bodies. You are the one who can express yourself better. So by that chance we will give you. And for the other chance, like that of a woman, we will be giving your wives. And like I said in my previous video, you have to be carrying your wife wherever you go. Whether it's a international trip you are taking, please don't forget to bring your wives. Because just because of this imbalance you are seeing from masculine energy, is the one which has been okay, like, let me say, like what, it's the one which has always, like, whenever you go to presenters in the international meetings, those summits, those business summits you are taking, you always make mistake. You always make mistake. So I'm asking everybody to consider this. We can turn away from whatever those habits, bad habits we have accustomed in doing. So I would like everybody to merge as one as we look to this thing. So let us create sexual energy whenever we are creating our children, like the way we used to do during those long time ago. A woman was the one who was determining whether she wanted to have a kid or not. And this was very good because we did see a woman having up to 8 kids, and she was able to raise them, feed them, clothe them, and take good care of them without even them getting sick. So this is a very good thing for us. And so, like I said, thank you for everybody who participated in this ICPD Nairobi Summit. The young people are there, who are the youth, they spoke. I did not listen to each and every speech, so I don't know what they said, but like I said, everybody spoke his or her own heart, and I'm positive that you are going to deliver to what you spoke out in this meeting. Your commitments, your pledges matter so much. It's something that you promised your heart, so don't go there and just keep quiet. Start acting immediately. And thank you for touching on the issues of gender-based violence. Gender-based violence has to stop, as it is killing a lot of our women. Particularly in this month, we have lost so many women to gender-based violence, where we have seen husbands killing their spouses. Just because of this ego, they don't want to let go of this woman, or they doesn't want to see this woman maybe having an affair with another man after they separate. So, and this has to stop, people. Then there is this gender equality. Like I said, we have already shifted into another paradigm. where the feminine and masculine has to come together, work together to be one thing. Then there is male and female genital mutilation. We did touch on this topic, but why I have added male is because nowadays our boys are experiencing a lot of pain whenever they are going through this exercise. It's a barbaric exercise, it's inhuman exercise, and this should be stopped. We have to leave this choice with our kids, because we feel sometimes like we owe these our kids just because we have brought them in this world. But they have choices, and we have to make sure they make the right choices. This will ward off the fights by helping them see that they have made their right choice. Will encourage them to do good things, to keep out of the problem. So circumcision is not the right or the ticket for this, because currently now even the money is another god that came and overtook that rights we were taking, the circumcision of boys. And now women don't care about whether the woman is circumcised or not circumcised. But what they have done now is that their heart has gone to the money more than the person they are seeing with their own heart. They do use the ego of looking and choosing just because a man is wealthy, has a lot of money, has a lot of cars. That is why we have to go back to morals and ethics, to our boys. Let them choose whenever they are fully grown up and they are able to understand what circumcision is, what it entails, the pain they have to go through. Let them choose for themselves when they are in adulthood age. Right now, after KCPE is when we do take our boys, and they are still younger in their minds and in their hearts, so they cannot be able to choose whether they are doing the right thing or the right thing, because it's always us who have been making this choice. So I'm appealing to all families that are going to take these rights during this December season. Please try to consider what I have said about the choice of circumcision going to the boy child after he is in adulthood stage. Nowadays we are even losing our boys to these molesters who always come in the name of tradition, that they are heckling our boys and they are just mutilating. What can I say? They are just coming and mutilating the boy child sexual part during at this stage of circumcision. And we know circumcision is very painful because it involves the removal of the foreskin, and this has led to boys bleeding to death, and they are dying in our compounds, our home compounds, without even our knowledge, which is very sad. nobody should be supposed to lose a child just because of this, just because he's passing an adulthood, right? A traditional one. We are here to correct those rights that are serving us in a bad ways, and we are also here to keep the rights, our traditional rights that were serving us in a good way, in a humane way, in a way that it encourages us to remain more more loving and caring, and this will change the society we are seeing. A society which is full of vices. If you look, you don't even want to look at whatever is going on. So mothers also should be allowed to question the boys whenever they have gone through these circumcision rites, in order for them to know whether the boy is experiencing any sort of problem at this time. And also the counseling should be made to the boy child at this time. So in order for them to remove the trauma they have been experiencing all this time they have been going through these rites. So we need them to forget the pain they have gone through. And maybe this is what is making our men to be bitter all the time, when they remember the pain they went through in order to graduate to adulthood. So we should abolish both female and male genital mutilation, and let's not arrest even those who are fighting these fights, because the other day I read somewhere in the news that 7 FGM ambassadors were arrested. So for those women on the rural area levels who are fighting these fights, they should continue with this, particularly the Maasai community, where the female genital mutilation is still active. Then I would like to say thank you. You did touch on maternal deaths. Especially nowadays, our girl child is engaging in sexual activity at an early age, where they are still children, and they are being targeted so much by the pedophiles. The older men are the ones who are after our girl child. You can see even the tourism, the sex tourism is a thing nowadays, because the old Europeans who are coming in Africa, they know that people of Africa are very desperate, just because of the situation that is currently in our Africa now, called the corruption. So whenever they come here, they come as praying our small girls, and this has to stop. This has to stop also locally, with our young men targeting our school girls, those who are still in secondary schools, in primary schools. We have seen so many times girl child doing the KCPE when they are pregnant or giving birth at this time, and this is very shameful, because even these girls hasn't reached even the age of bringing a child into this physical plane. And this single motherhood is making our children to be prostitutes. And this has to stop. We don't need to see our girl child always considering the fights of prostitution just to sustain or having that quick, easy money. There are so many outfights there that are experiencing our small child, our small girl child also, and also our boy child also, because they too are involved. We should be teaching them of the benefits of sexual energy and how to preserve it, how they should wait in order for them to know the right person in order to create. So because they are getting lost, in these phases, that is why they are getting early at an early age, and this whenever they are bringing child or giving birth, they are dying because their bones are not well developed. And also the CS is not a very good option. Remember, a child has to go through the canal, the womb, as the way he or she came. So CS should be discouraged. This thing was not even there during our ancestors' time, and zero maternal death rates were recorded at those times. But now it's like they have become so common, and I'm glad so many people are aware of this and they are fighting this. So let me say that for everyone, for everybody, for every heart that was in ICPD Nairobi Summit, if you knew you spoke your heart, if you knew that your mind spoke, then it's an honor for you to start acting immediately. Don't wait. Thank you all for coming together. This is the way we should be coming together. People all over the world, we don't need to be enemies. Whether you are black, white, brown, yellow, pink, we are all the same people who come from the same source. It's only the body that separates us, but inside our spirit, we are same. So we don't need even to be having these fights that are killing our own just because of profits. Let's be considerate. As this is the only thing that is going to make us more stronger and more loving. So that is it, people. Do have a lovely day.